First of all, I'm Captain Michael Maycroft. I'm the commander of the North Service Area. The information I'm about to give you is preliminary. As we know, things can change as this investigation continues. So just bear with me. If whatever I tell you now does change, that's not uncommon in these early stages of these investigations. At 8:35 this morning, Grand Rapids police officers got called to the 200 block of Union on a trouble with a person call. The trouble had then walked into the 600 block of Innis, and there's an alley in that area where officers then encountered him. The suspect was acting erratically. He is a male who's 20 years old. While they were encountering him and addressing him, he then produced an edged weapon. After producing that weapon, he then charged at one of our officers with that weapon. Two Grand Rapids police officers did fire at the suspect, striking him multiple times. He was provided immediate medical treatment, was transported to a local hospital, where the last condition we know is he is in surgery currently. The officers were not injured physically. And with that, I can probably take a couple questions.
Two officers fired, two officers engaged with the suspect?
Yes, so two officers. It was a two-officer response because it was a trouble with a person call. Both officers encountered him around the same time in the alley, and when he then charged at the officer with the edged weapon, both officers during this incident did shoot at the suspect.
Regarding the troubled suspect, in what manner were they aggressive towards residents in the area, or were they just causing a ruckus? How would you describe that?
Yeah, it had been going on for a little while in the area, and before they called the police. So when police responded, our obvious concern is the public safety of not only the people in the area, but the suspect himself. See if he's undergoing some sort of mental issue or something. I don't know. But when they did encounter him, he was, according to them, acting erratically.
Yeah, was the suspect targeting a particular party or group of people in that? Or?
It's a little too early to talk about that part of the investigation, but it was another citizen who did call the police.
You can't say if this guy was known to the people that called you.
I don't know that. No.
And what's the current status of the officers involved?
So the officers, obviously, we have our own protocol. So the Michigan State Police is the primary investigative unit here, so they have this investigation right now. The officers are 10-4. They'll be on like standard procedure. They're placed on administrative leave pending the completion of this investigation.
6 hours prior to this call, there was that standoff at Lafayette and Highland Street where there was one person arrested at least. Does this have any connection to that?
Not that we know of. Not that I've been told. So no.
Since it's only 6 hours.
Just a busy day.
You said the suspect was in the hospital in surgery right now.
Yes.
Can you say, like, is it critical condition or what condition?
I can't speak for what the hospital statement is, but he was conscious when he was at the hospital.
And then this suspect, you said he had a sharp weapon. Was there any regard into what that weapon was? Is it a knife, a bottle?
I can't really get into that. It was a cutting instrument, I can say that, an edged weapon, so a dangerous weapon.
For sure. Age range around the suspect?
He was 20 years old.
Does the suspect have any prior history with law enforcement?
That I don't know.
Like, you know how these things go back 2 years. How soon, or can you tell right now how soon the body cam or any police body cam or vehicle cam video will be released on this?
So that is being done right as we speak. So obviously our procedure is this. Again, the Michigan State Police is a primary investigative unit here, and so that body cam and that vehicle camera will be downloaded and then turned over to investigators from the state police.
But will you release to the public?
That'll be a call for probably the chief, and obviously he's going to be working with the Michigan State Police on this as well. So the Michigan State Police is, again, the primary investigative unit here.
Do you have any information on the officers involved, how long they've been with the
Both officers have been here for over 20 years each. Very veteran officers.
Have they been placed on leave?
Administratively, per our policy, anytime we have an officer-involved shooting, that's standard procedure.
And can you give any kind of statement or response just to Grand Rapids Police being involved in an officer-involved shooting?
Well, I mean, unfortunately, this is an event we hope we never have to see, but we do have to see it. I will say this is not typical for this neighborhood. This is a very quiet neighborhood on the most part. The biggest complaint I ever get here is speeders. So this was a little atypical for this area of the city.
I asked you earlier who this 20-year-old was possibly targeting. How about the why? Did he give any? Did the caller who called 911 or him, as officers were engaging with him, say why he was acting this way and threatening them with that sharp object?
I think that's something that'll come out through the investigation and when investigators have a chance to talk to him. So a little preliminary for us to even speculate on that right now.
Aside from the sharp object, any other weapons he had on him?
Not that I've been aware of.
I'm sorry if you've already been asked this, but is this guy known to police in the neighborhood?
I don't know if that he's known or not. Preliminarily, I don't believe so. But again, that'll come out with the investigation. I don't know his background or the officer's background with him, if any. So that'll come out with our investigation.
Did he have a ties to the area? Like, does he live here, frequent here, based off of the initial findings?
I don't know that information at this point.
And then who are the parties responding? Was it just GRPD or who?
Yeah, GRPD, but I will say East Grand Rapids also assisted us very quickly. And I believe preliminarily I was told that they also assisted with helping treat this suspect. So thanks to them. And also the Michigan State Police, one of their marked units assisted as well too. So we always thank our partners to come help us on these situations.
I don't remember if you said already. They're taking over the investigation.
Yeah, that's our standard procedure now. Michigan State Police, whenever we have an officer-involved shooting, they become the primary investigation of that shooting.
And then what is the scene like right now? Are we still an active scene?
It's active scene, but we're actually shrinking it now because the state police will have their investigators are on scene, but their crime lab is still en route. And then once they complete that, we'll have it open.
Union, you have a basic timetable, especially Union in line. That being said,
I hate to give a timetable on these because it all depends on when they can get here, but it's going to be several hours yet.
What area is blocked off currently?
Mainly Union. So I would say Union north of Lyon is probably going to be blocked for a little while. Okay?
So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.